Married people of Reddit, what do you miss about being single? Being able to go somewhere 10 minutes after I decide I want to. That's my only regret. It's not marriage that stopped it though. It's the kids. The Blue Eye episode. Sticky Gecko encapsulates it perfectly. Blue Eye's mom spends nearly the entire episode trying to get the kids ready to go the park. And she is trying to be on time because the other mom they are meeting with is a stickler about being late. Finally Blue Eye's mom snaps and says they aren't going because nobody is getting ready. The girls finally get ready and they start heading out the door. When Blue Eye's mom gets a text from the other mom saying they are running late. The show is really amazing because while it is ultimately a kids show, there are tons and tons of separate parent themes in basically each episode. Things being where I left them. When I was younger, I used to wear my hair longer. I also went to work early, which meant that I'd shower and be gone before my wife and kids got up. My only request was that there be a comb in the bathroom so I could comb and straighten my hair after my shower in the morning. If I can just have that, I'll shower, get dressed, and be out the door without waking anyone. Please dear, can you just leave the comb in the bathroom? Please, but too many mornings I'd get up early, take a shower, and then be without a comb. I'd have to come out of the bathroom and start turning on lights, making noise looking for a stupid comb in my wife's purse or somewhere else in the house, while my hair is all frazzled and I'm half dressed and everyone is still sleeping. To mitigate this, I tried making sure there was a comb in the bathroom the night before. I'd buy a pack of 10 combs and put them in the bathroom, but they would all be gone within a few days. I'd hide one comb with my stuff in the bathroom, but 9 times out of 10 there would be no comb anywhere in the bathroom when I needed it. The only solution that worked was for me to hide a comb in my sock drawer, and I hid a backup in my underwear drawer. Worst case I could quietly go from the bathroom, grab the hidden comb, take care of my hair, and return it without waking anyone up. Being able to come home from work and not speak a single word. Both my husband and I have very socially demanding jobs, so we've come to the agreement that the first hour, some days, hours, we sit in silence together or separately and just do our own thing. Usually it's zoning out redditing on the couch on our own devices and we just end up sending memes and screenshots to each other. Quietly. It's wonderful. Not having to consider anyone else when making a decision. If I had Reddit coins I'd give them all to you, because this is the reality of marriage. And those decisions range from what to eat for breakfast to where will I live and work 5 years from now. The really strange thing, it's also the best part of having a partner. Not ever having to be accountable for random stuff I do around my own house. It's not like my spouse particularly cares what I do in that sense. But I'd rather no one know I got up at 3 AM and was eating ice cream. Or whatever. I live next door and see you eat ice cream at 3 AM. The only person I had to clean up after was me. I feel like I have a child. Pick your dirty clothes off the carpet. Put your used dishes in the dishwasher. Clean your bathroom sink, etc. He had a house cleaner when we dated. We both work full-time jobs. Deciding on dinner without a second opinion. Most of the time it's not an issue. We have similar tastes. But occasionally we are craving different flavors. Whoever cooks decides. If they don't like it, they can have a turn cooking. Not having to justify myself to another adult. If I'm getting tequila 2 days in a row, I miss freedom to do whatever I want, whenever I want in general, without justification. Being on my own time. I wouldn't trade my wife for anything, but having to share a vehicle means neither one of us is ever on our own time. Everything is a scheduling conflict and compromise. It's definitely a first world problem, but I do miss doing whatever I wanted whenever I wanted. Having my house to myself. I miss this more than anything. But I miss being lonely a bit less. Not having someone worried about me, where I am, where I'm going, and when I'll be back. Ironically, that's why I like being married. Someone to hold you too close, someone to hurt you too deep, someone to sit in your chair and ruin your sleep. The rush of firsts. That first date rush / nervous feeling. Holding hands for the first time. First kisses. First time having sex with someone. You get a ton of firsts in marriage to that make it all worth it. But those are the ones you'll miss from being single. I missed, after me and an ex were in the same house, I missed that whole thing of getting ready, going to the venue. Where is he? Oh, he is going to be here soon. Isn't he? There he is. Oh, he's so cute. And being surprised by what each other is wearing, and the happy smiles, when we spot each other. Oh, thank you. Oh wow, thank you again and again, OMG thank you. I'm feeling so blessed. His snoring. I miss so much having an interrupted sleep. I'm glad to share a bed with him, but it's so frustrating. My husband used to snore like I could not believe, to the point I actually wondered if I should break up with him when we were dating. He changed jobs and it stopped. The stress of his job caused stress and bad habits. Now it's fairly rare. That said, when he does snore I have zero problems sleeping in the spare room or on the couch. My sleep is way too important. Having the bed to myself. Yup. I love her dearly, but I miss being able to fall asleep whenever I wanted with a sleep timer on the TV. She says I still can, but I know she gets worse sleep if I do. She also doesn't care for me falling asleep in the guest room, but I sleep so much better this way. So I try and split the difference and crawl back into our bed before she wakes up when I get up to pee. I'm incredibly fortunate that this is our biggest issue, lol. Heading off with my friends on a Saturday without feeling like I just murdered her puppy while F her sister. The guilt. My god, the guilt. Without feeling like I just murdered her puppy while F her sister. You do paint quite the picture though. There's very little I miss because I picked a great partner, but the thermostat wars are some next level shit. I just want to be comfortable in my home and not constantly freezing. The thermostat wars and the light wars. I want it cool. I want to throw open the draperies, open the blinds, let the light in. My husband prefers it dark and dim and warm. Other than that, I would never choose to be single over being married to my spouse. Marrying him was a dream come true and still is 28 years later. This question made me think hard. I appreciate my married life more from today onwards. Yeah, I was thinking about this too. My husband and I listen to a lot of married couples complain about their lives and we always ask if we are the weird ones. Over the years I have learned to brush off the mild annoyances, which there are few of. I will come to miss them if something happens to him. I guess easily planning an international trip without having to plan around to schedules. Honestly, my life didn't drastically change / upend when Mr. Wine and Dogs 2020 and I got together. We also have no kids, so can mostly still do what we want without much effort. Honestly, nothing. Single, I was an alcoholic waiting for the world to end because I was miserable. Sure, being able to do what I want when I wanted was a nice perk, but the emptiness I felt was a black hole of nothingness to me. Then I met my wife. She's disabled, but Jesus Christ, she's a firecracker. She never allowed herself to feel down about her situation and it never stopped her from doing what she wanted. She saved me from hell. Sure, being with her comes with more than a few dozen problems, but it's worth it. Been with her 22 years, married for 20, zero regrets. That is so sweet. I hope to find something like that. I'm a super light sleeper. Haven't had a flawless night's sleep in decades. Still worth it though. Separate bedrooms. I cannot deal with his snoring, so he has his own snoring room. He has rejected my suggestions to get a sleep study, etc. Not much. Every now and again, I go somewhere without my wife or she goes somewhere without me. For those days I'm alone, and I appreciate that time. But I look forward to when she gets back. We've been together for over 5 years. Having alone time. Like holy hell, dude. I just want one weekend to be the disgusting, vile, wine-loving bee that I am. All that pee I was getting, I was not. 2x the dishes and 2x the laundry. Other than that, nothing. I love being married. Even if you're both doing the dishes / laundry, it never ends. Living by myself, I run the dishwasher maybe once a week. Together it seems like we need to run it every day and I have no idea how that happens. Actually I do. We both started cooking more when we were cooking for each other, but still. My ADHD bothered no one but me, which I was fine with. Note being exhausted, kids kick our ass. We just have one corgi, and she kicks our ass. I can't imagine how exhausted we would be with kids. I've been married going on 25 years. I barely remember being single, but I do miss having my own place to live. I didn't get married till my early 40s. I don't miss a thing about being single. My worst day with my wife is better than my best day without her. This is beautiful. Reading all these replies, I really hope I find someone someday